Welcome to the Writer's Room. Today we are coming to you from San Diego Comic-Con and we are telling you all about the world premiere of Star Trek Beyond. Thank you for joining us here on this very special episode of the Writer's Room. I'm your host, Katie, and I'm joined by a special guest, Paloma Figueroa, our Comic-Con family member. We have, yes.
Hello.
Welcome to the internet.
Thank you.
We have just attended the world premiere of Star Trek Beyond here at Comic-Con with the entire cast, J.J. Abrams, the director Justin Lin, San Diego Symphony Orchestra, played the score live along with the music. It was an epic event. And we're coming off of that, swag included.
Okay.
And we're not going to give you any spoilers on the film. We want you to go see it and enjoy it. But we are going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect and also some of the cool stuff that we saw tonight. So with that, Paloma, welcome to the Writer's Room.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor.
And Star Trek epic world premiere. We saw it out at the marina. It was a beautiful night. We were under the stars. The first outdoor IMAX experience in the history of mankind.
At least in North America. Mankind, North America, same thing.
Human technology, etc. And the San Diego Symphony Orchestra played the score live along with the film, conducted live.
And a choir in the background.
And there was a choir hiding behind the screen singing along.
Who knew? Who knew you could have all that?
It was a very massive event. We got there like earlier in the afternoon, and they had a ton of things going on. We screened an episode of the Old Gen TV show, one of the first episodes of the show, and there was a cosplay contest, which was won by somebody dressed as the coolest Q I've ever seen.
Judge Q.
The Judge Q.
Our favorite
Totally
Q.
nailed it. Yeah, the only Q.
The only Q that matters.
The entire cast was there. With Chris Pine had some really intriguing facial hair.
Yeah, he says not for anything in particular, but maybe not. Maybe he's filming something in secret. I don't know.
It wasn't clear. He was in a very whimsical mood. Everybody was in good spirits. It was mood was high. Everybody was really excited about this movie. And I have to say, it was an exciting movie. I see why they're amped, because I think it's the best of the new series, personally, for me.
Definitely. They toned down the lens flare a little bit.
Far fewer lens flares. You could see everyone's face most of the time.
Yes, but it was action-packed. Like, it felt like it was...
From top to bottom.
From the get-go.
Yeah, so directed by Justin Lin, who we know from the Fast and Furious franchise, and this was a Fast and Furious Star Trek. Yeah. We had the essential setup is the crew of the Enterprise is 3 years into their 5-year mission, and Kirk is feeling a malaise coming on, as one does. He has to, reinvigorate himself for the mission, and he and some of the other crew are thinking about, their place in the cosmos, and through the adventure they go on, they discover what that is. No spoilers, because you have to go see this movie. It's probably one of the better movies from the summer, I would say, after having reviewed a ton of them for the show. I would highly recommend it. I think it was a thrill ride. Yeah,
it was a fun movie, and I think one of my favorite things is just seeing the cast together. Like, I think that they have a chemistry that you just don't get with a lot of casts, like, especially with so many of them together.
Yeah.
And they get... No spoilers, but they have interactions together and separated that you just don't really get with a lot of movies. So
yeah.
I really appreciate it.
And we saw that with the cast hanging out before the screening. They were very close-knit, and we should say they were wearing black Starfleet pins in memory of Anton Yelchin, who recently passed away, very tragically, and they were remembering him, and they spoke of him, and J.J. Abrams gave a little speech, and there was a moment of silence for him, which led into an epic fireworks display / laser show /
just mind-blowing
symphony event. Which led us into the film. We should also say Conan O'Brien was there, popped up randomly, hosted the cast portion of the event, and that was really fun. Conan just kind of walked out on stage.
Surprise.
Yeah. Conan was there, and J.J. Abrams was there, we mentioned.
Nichelle Nichols actually made a surprise appearance at the beginning, which I was fangirling about. I'm near speechless about because she's an incredible person and super important to people of color and women. And
very special. And she came out and she of course looks like the dame that she is. And she said a few words about Gene Roddenberry, some really lovely personal words about the memory of Gene Roddenberry and the legacy that he has led, which is, we saw the legacy. We're 3,000 crowds strong at this event of true believers. Everyone there wanted to throw up "Live Long and Prosper" at the merest suggestion. It was a really exciting crowd to be watching this movie. The 50th anniversary of Star Trek is this year, and I couldn't think of a better party that Paramount could possibly throw for. I think Gene Roddenberry was there. I think Anton Yelchin was there. Leonard Nimoy was there. Oh, Leonard, he was also spoken of, and of course Zachary Quinto in the film. There's no spoilers, but there's a special nod to Leonard, and Zachary spoke about what that meant to him. And Nichelle, she spoke on Gene Roddenberry, and she also told a great little anecdote. She was asked a question: "What is your most defining memory from the series?" And she talked about the interracial kiss that she was a part of and how that was such a historic moment for television. It was a historic night. It was 50th anniversary and 50 years of a television show that has lasted as long as it has because it's a positive message about a hopeful future, a future that looks bright instead of apocalyptic. And that's Star Trek for me.
Yep.
That's what everybody had to say about Star Trek. I don't know. Final thoughts?
Yeah.
We're riding real high off this event.
Super fun.
And I can't wait for the internets to see this movie because I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air. It's at the very least a lot of original stuff with the cast that you've never seen before with this crew of the Enterprise. Some great stuff, especially with the core crew: Kirk, Spock, Bones. No spoilers. I won't go farther. Anything else, Paloma?
No,
Special guest Paloma. Welcome to the writers' room. It was a top night. Okay, well, that's going to do it for us on this special edition of the Writers' Room. Thank you for joining us. We have so much more coming to you from Comic-Con. We are coming to you from HollywoodRedux.com. You're going to want to subscribe and follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. This is day 0 of Comic-Con. This is only day 0, and we're already telling these tales. So stay with us and live long and prosper, I believe we should say. Live long and prosper.